Welcome to the TDWG podcast. My name's Paul Davidson.
And I am Scott Norman.
And today we are going to play Super Mario World for the SNES, the best Super Mario Brothers, in my humble opinion.
And speaking about bests, we are going to be ranking presidents as an attempt to basically just confuse the other person and make them lose.
Every third president we're going to have to give an evaluation and a grade 2.
In other words, while Paul is playing the game, I am asking him questions about a president in an attempt to distract him enough that he loses and it thereby becomes my turn.
Yes, and we're going to do this all while playing Yoshi's Island, because I highly doubt we get off Yoshi's Island.
I don't know enough about it. So the initial start here is, of course, with Mr. Davidson. So as you are flipping whatever turtley things you have there, you get to start with the OG George Washington.
Well, I thought I was gonna get Thomas Jefferson. Well, that's a little bit better. Jefferson is a little bit more controversial. George Washington, he established kind of like the two-term thing that people kind of follow. Hi, Yoshi. He, of course, led us in the Declaration of Independence. He was the first president, and I just shrunk. And
so what do you mean? I'm just curious, as a social studies teacher, you say he led us in the Declaration of Independence. What kind of credit are you giving him for the Declaration of Independence?
No, he didn't lead us in the Declaration of Independence. He was our first president, basically, is what I was trying to say. Basically, I'm confused while playing.
So what is your opinion? Oh, so is that the whole level?
That's the first level, but there's more to come. It's your turn. All right, so I'm gonna rank Washington. I'm gonna give him an A just because he did own slaves, but he did okay. He didn't ruin the country that was very young.
And he did free his slaves.
He did free his slaves after his wife died.
Oh.
All right. So you're going to move on to the second level.
I have no idea what I'm doing on a controller.
And you're going to tell me about James Madison.
What is happening? How do I move? Oh, that's move. That's hop. What?
So James Madison.
How do I get... So James Madison makes a whole lot more sense than whatever the heck I am attempting to do, right? Is this a potato? What is this? Dragon coin? Oh, if you pick up 5 of these...
Have you never played Super Mario World?
I want 5 of them! Laser beam. No, I have not. Why does it just keep...
Because it's all that box will tell you is...
Well, I thought I got... Wait, do I...
You don't get anything from that.
Am I just going to fall in this ditch and die?
No, you got to jump up on the platform. Or jump in the ditch and die.
Well, I don't know. How do I jump higher than that?
All right, so
James Madison, there's a college named after him. I'll give him a 3 out of 7.
When I went and visited Washington, D.C., I actually liked James Madison's memorial.
I honestly don't know a ton about James Madison.
He
right.
wrote the Federalist Papers.
Yeah. Oh, you get to rank Andrew Jackson. Tell us about Andrew Jackson.
Pardon my French, but he was kind of an a-hole. And he really did not like indigenous peoples. And he threw a kegger for his inauguration. So he was a very all over the place type of individual. So, real quick, that's basically what I know of Andrew Jackson, and that the city of Jackson, who, no offense to people from Jackson, but most of the people I know from Jackson are not the nicest people. So,
wow, you are just dropping bombs.
I'm just dropping bombs. I'm going to give Andrew Jackson a D.
Oh man, I feel like I need more information on Andrew Jackson. Why a D was the? Is that the? Oh, I can't. Gosh.
What?
I'm gonna lose this horribly. Wait, am I on the same level again then?
No. I beat that level for you.
Okay, so wait, what control?
How did I get Andrew Jackson?
Because I went 3. Did I not count?
Oh, yeah, you went 3.
Okay, so wait a minute. What am I doing here?
Well, you're gonna tell me about John Tyler.
John Tyler. Oh, Tippecanoe and Tyler too. So I honestly don't know a ton about John Tyler. I feel like I'm making myself look like. How do I? Okay, so I can just jump on this, right? I can do it. Yeah. So John Tyler. The biggest thing that I know about him. I want to go up there. I want to go up there. Can I go up there? Why can't I go?
You gotta
up here?
double jump. You gotta, like, press forward and up.
No. I'm terrible at this. So no.
Here, just stop. Just put down the controller.
Okay.
All right, get back in the water. Get back in the water. And there you go.
Wait, hey, you
Don't worry, I
killed me.
There's a method to my madness. So
Okay, so
what about John Tyler?
this is terrible. Okay, so
You're terrible. But
the biggest thing that I know about him is that he was, I believe, the vice president for Harrison, who was known as Tippecanoe, because of his fighting, or was it Van Buren that was Tippecanoe?
you changed the settings on the thing.
I didn't know what I was doing. This is
Like, now you gotta use the joystick in order to run.
hey.
All right, I have a plan for you.
Okay.
What's your John Tyler association?
I'm gonna, just because of Tippecanoe and Tyler 2, I'm giving him a B+ out of 10.
All right, I'm taking you all the way back to the very first level, so you can kind of figure out how to play this.
Okay, so now this is.
No, I
you
changed it back.
Okay,
Yes.
this is jump.
While he does that, while he learns how to play the game,
What does spinning do?
Millard Fillmore.
That name is awesome.
It is an awesome name. It's a pretty good name. Spinning helps you break blocks. So Millard Fillmore of the
Why
Whig
can't I
Party.
eat this apple?
He did not have a vice president apparently, which makes it even more fun. I don't know anything about his economic or. You have
either.
to have Yoshi to eat that.
Oh, if I hit this, will I die?
No,
It's gonna come bouncing back at me now.
no,
isn't
it's
it?
not.
If I hit these people, I'll die.
Maybe. So anyway,
So
Millard Fillmore, Whig Party, no vice president. That seems pretty awesome.
This is
Based
terrible.
on me not knowing anything about him, I'm going to give him a B just because of the name and no vice president, and he was of an Arctic political party. What are you trying to do?
Try and eat the.
There
Yeah. Does that help me
you
at
go.
all?
So are you doing this thing where you're pretending you don't know how to play video games, or do you
No,
honestly not know how to play
I know
this?
Okay, so the original like Super Mario. Oh, what? Can I go catch my
Yes,
Yoshi?
you can go catch your Yoshi if you can find him. Hey, you killed a guy. So, anyway, that was Millard Fillmore. I'm going to
small
jump
and
ahead to 16.
Oh no! Dang it!
Well, don't worry, because you get the joy of telling me about Abraham Lincoln.
Thank goodness, Abraham Lincoln. So Abraham Lincoln, he obviously a very well-known president. Why am I doing this while you're running?
Because you need a win.
So, anyway, very well-known president. Obviously, we know him as the man that ended slavery. Of course, that came through leadership during the Civil War. He didn't necessarily precipitate the Civil War, but his election did. Very literally, if he had not been elected, we may have stayed together and may have stayed a slave nation for a while longer. But because the southern states were so terrified that he may end slavery, they began withdrawing from the Union.
Abe
like
Lincoln's
you're
my
just-
wife's favorite president.
I just feel like you're so much you're good at this. I literally don't know what I'm doing.
I grew up playing video games. This is my system that I enjoy. This is like my favorite video game. All right, we're gonna go all the way back to the tippy top first level for you. As we move on, and I talk about.
I feel like this is reversed. But anyway, so I give Abraham Lincoln a solid. What are you making that face for?
This way.
I give Abraham Lincoln a solid A+. The only knock I would say on Abraham Lincoln is he had too much of an affinity for theaters. Is this gonna hit my head?
Me and my wife actually went into the Ford Theater and went to.
Yeah, I've been there.
And saw the pea shooter that he got killed with. Yeah, Abe Lincoln's my wife's favorite president. I got Rutherford B. Hayes, and the reason why I'm making that face that none of y'all got to see is because, all right, so you know in Mr. Norman's class how there's like a list of presidents?
Yeah.
Well, of course, like when I grew up, like that, I was in a 5th grade classroom that had those presidents and whatnot. And as dumb kids, we would talk about, like, list off the presidents and whatnot because we were bored in class and this was before they had phones. Yeah, you can break those blocks like that. And so we'd list the presidents, and I would get to Rutherford B. Hayes, but I had a little bit of trouble with my THs, so I'd call him Rutherford. And people would make fun of me for that. So that's why I made that face, and that's why I'm giving Rutherford B. Hayes even though he has a really nice beard, I'm giving him a D.
Rutherford D. Hayes.
All right, we're up to number 22. Up. Grover Cleveland.
Oh, good old Grover. So, I like Grover. Dang it.
Get in the ditch. There you go.
Oh, hey, I got that one.
You gotta jump over that.
Can I get up there?
You can, but you need to. All right, so Grover Cleveland. Tell us about it.
So,
Oh, you came so close.
I survived. I feel absolutely terrible because I am a social studies teacher and this is just not my area of expertise. But the biggest thing I like about Grover Cleveland is the fact that he is from the era where we had 2 presidents who are the same president.
And we might have another one.
Yeah, that's
in a couple of years.
There's possibly a lot of people here that are hoping for another Grover Cleveland situation.
You need to jump. There you go.
How did you know that?
I've played this level like 100 times. All right, watch out for this guy. All right, just cross the finish line. You did it!
I succeeded at a level! Okay, your turn.
All right, so Grover Cleveland, what about him?
So anyway, Grover Cleveland was kind of during the era where there wasn't a whole lot of super exciting things, but the super exciting thing is that he was both the 22nd and 24th president of the United States. So when we'll talk a lot of times about, oh, this person is the 45th president of the United States, but they're only kind of the 45th president of the United States. They're the 44th president, but they are the 45th non-consecutive. It's hard to explain, but basically,
math.
The point is, we've actually had one less president than we have numbers of presidents. And so, what even was that thing?
That was a POW block.
A POW block?
Yeah, you hit it and it turns blocks into coins. Kind of like what some Roaring 20s presidents did.
Yeah. And not just Roaring 20s. We're back to the 20s on all that. Anyway, but the... I feel like I need to make you talk. Grover Cleveland gets an 11 out of 7 because he ruined presidential math.
He gets an 11 out of 7.
So, that brings us to... Oh! Now we're into the era of presidents that I like. And you get William Howard Taft.
Oh, sweet!
Don't get stuck on this one.
Bathtub guy? Didn't he become like a Chief Justice too?
He does. He, under his good friend, who's not his friend at all, Wilson, he becomes Chief Justice.
And didn't he also prevent... Or didn't he could have won a second term if it wasn't for Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, but Teddy Roosevelt actually won more of the...
Lost my mushroom.
Why does this turtle have a... It's like a turtle duck.
It's one of Bowser's kids.
He looks older than Bowser.
He's not older than Bowser. He just has glasses. So yeah, Taft, he has the bathtub story, which is great. He went on to be a Supreme Court justice. Yeah, I give Taft a solid B.
Okay. Baft?
Yes, B for Baft. What's the next one?
The next president?
Yeah, because I can't... Oh, never mind. I'll take it. Actually, I got to work my way to you, and you don't have my passcode, so you would not know. I got another easy level for you.
Okay, good. I've succeeded at one level so far. Now we're in my era of presidents. This gets better.
You. This level will be you. All right, so we're at number 30, Calvin Coolidge.
Coolidge! Oh, my goodness.
And look at what happens whenever you talk about Calvin Coolidge.
Yeah! Woohoo! How do I get up there? I want to get all the coins.
Run. There's more this way. Hurry.
Oh, do I want a timer? I didn't realize there was a timer.
So anyway, Calvin Coolidge would have really enjoyed that.
Yeah, so Calvin Coolidge is obviously during the era that we were just cranking money out of nothing, essentially. We were deregulating all the things, and
Jump on it.
power switch you pushed will turn into your progress will also be safe.
There you go.
I don't know what that means, but anyway, so I think Coolidge is one of the Coolidge is one of those people that probably gets a little bit more credit for the Depression era problems than he maybe necessarily needs. So I'm going to cut him a little bit of slack and give him a C+, even though during Coolidge's era we had absolute rampant just corruption and terrible economic policies that made us boom into the 20s and then absolutely implode.
Good
So
to know.
C+.
C+ for... All right.
Hey, it was a great 10 years after his presidency.
So it's my turn, and I get the only president from the great state of Missouri. Which you should know that without having to scroll.
I am, but I'm just making sure that you're actually on the right. Oh, yeah, because there's Coolidge. You get Harry Truman.
Yes, Harry S. Truman. Interesting story. S does not actually stand for anything.
Harry's
Yes.
Truman. Struman. Okay, tell us about Harry S. Truman.
Of course,
What do you
he's
know?
the
You're
only
a
one.
Missourian.
He's from Independence, Missouri. He was a part of the Pendergrass machine, the political machine that kind of ran most of the state, especially around Kansas City. He became vice president under FDR, and I'm going to die. And FDR, of course, died whenever he was, and that's how he became president. I know about the famous Dewey beats Truman speech or headline thing.
Which it looked like we might have again this election.
Ah,
You're dead.
I'm dead. And yeah, he also is the only president to drop the atomic bomb. You need to go back to the very first level. And yeah, I like Truman, so I'm gonna give Truman a no back one, that one. Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna give Truman a B.
Truman. Okay.
Yep. He for the job that was hoisted upon him, he did a decent job with.
But why was that bad?
Because you could have killed all those guys with that. All right, let's move on. Number 36, LBJ.
Yeah. So Lyndon Baines Johnson. Fun fact: he and his wife had the same initials.
Yes, Lady Bird.
So Lady Bird and Lyndon Baines. How do I mount? There we go.
LBJ, of course, was like one of us, a teacher.
He was a teacher. He was a man. Dang it. He was a man of.
Hold down B. All right, I'm going to show you this. All right, talk about it.
Okay. So that's X.
Okay, X and that help you run.
Okay. So anyway, he was a man of much swagger.
I like how I told you to hold down X and you did. There you go.
Anyway, so he was a man of much swagger to the point that he was known for all kinds of strange things when he was in Congress, including the fact that he would literally push people up against the wall to have conversations with them and lean over them as he conversed with him in order to not only get his point across, but basically threaten them into doing what he wanted. On top of that, when he was the president, he would actually invite the press corps into the bathroom while he was taking a dump for the purpose of catching them off guard and not allowing them to have the time to think of difficult questions to ask him. So, very interesting president. Just for the weirdness of all of it, I'm going to go ahead and give him a, but he's also responsible for the Great Society thing, which was not necessarily a great thing, but he did a lot for civil rights.
You know, the Great Society would have worked a little bit better if you didn't have a thing called the Vietnam War going on.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, wait, there's a P button.
So, what are you giving LBJ?
So I'm going to go ahead and give LBJ I survived! I'm giving LBJ a 6 out of 8.
6 out of 8.
5 out of 8.
5 out of 8. All right. By the way, have you ever seen the there's an HBO movie about Lyndon Baines Johnson's life, which is based kind of on the Broadway play that's played by, and he's played by Bryan Cranston. Have you seen that movie?
I have not.
It's a really good movie.
I'll have to watch it at some point.
Who's Captain America's friend in the Marvel movies? Falcon, I think.
Oh yeah.
He plays Martin Luther King.
Oh. So your president is good old Jimothy Carter.
The peanut farmer from Georgia.
Yep.
I actually read one of his books, about his first election where he he discovered voter fraud, actually, in the state of Georgia. And basically, like, a lot of dead people were voting, a lot of voter intimidation was going on in this little section of it. Woo! I won! So, there we go. I finally cleared the island for us.
Good thing there's no, allegations of voter fraud anywhere near Georgia these
I know.
days.
But no, I don't think he was a good president. I think he's an excellent human being.
Yeah.
And so for him being an excellent human being, I'm going to give him an A.
I have a fun fact there, and that is my grandfather sat next to him on a plane.
That's really cool.
Said he was one of the nicest people that he's ever talked to.
All right, well, so real quick, rapid fire, since we just finished this.
Woohoo, yeah, I basically won that whole thing by myself.
Yes. Let's see. George H.W.
Wait, not after Carter, right? Carter, it goes Reagan,
Clinton.
Bush, Clinton.
Clinton,
I am sorry, Mr. Clinton. You actually worked across the aisle, but you did too much working across things. And I'm gonna give him a C minus.
C minus.
I'm gonna give him a C minus. He was good at working with others, but like I said, he did a little bit too much working with others in the White House. That, and combine that with the crime bill and some of those other things that have caused some long-term damage.
So, growing up, I always thought that around Yoshi's house right here, because this is Yoshi's house, those were tombstones, but I realize now that they're actually fences.
You thought that Yoshi had just killed a bunch of people?
Or it was just a bunch of dead Yoshis, because Yoshi falls off cliffs and whatnot. So, yeah. So, that's what I had thought.
Well,
so, yeah.
That would make this game a lot more morbid.
Hey, I was a morbid kid. And then, of course, 45 is Trump, but he is still president, so we really can't make an evaluation on him. So, tune in next time we play this game.
Got about 30 days.
30 days.
Well, actually, it's 50 days.
50 days?
It's the 20th of February. No, it's 20th of January. I can't do math. 15 days.
I would say 50 days.
15.
Anyway, until
Guys,
next time.
we were on break too, okay?
Until next time, my name's been Paul Davidson.
My name is, and Lord willing will be, Scott Norman.
And we've been two
really bad at games for me, woke guys.
Did I even record all that? You gotta be kidding me.
Did you not record any of that?